Oh, Righty, how are we today, good people? So, Thapsus claimed the bit points the other day to do some Aussie cuisine. Whoa! Hello. Appreciate that. Hang on, how are you, sweets? Sorry, yes, I'm going to do the cooking thing. I've got my kitchen cam set up. It's ready to go. Oh, baby. So I just need to basically head out there and make the Lamingtons. So I'm not making them from scratch. I'm covering some sponge. I'm going to cut up some sponge cake pieces, and go from there and see what happens. I'm going to make fairy bread because that's the other Australian staple in the morning. But yeah, thought I'd do this as a test before I make something savoury in the oven and everything, and see if all the sound is good. The sound's good here. Whether the sound's good out in the kitchen is going to be a different thing because it's going to be using the cam and it's been raining. So I'll do a test over here. Test over there. Working. Alrighty, I'll get straight into it so I'm not mucking around, but I got some cooking music for the background. Hopefully it's not too overpowering. Alrighty, gotta turn this mic off and go out to the kitchen. Turning this mic off. I'll put that there. I'll get it right. You can hear me, that's the most important thing. You can hear me and you can see me, so that's a good thing. And you got my little tappy duck toes in the kitchen because I'm not changing the setup. Okay, gloves off, we're doing this. Lamingtons, wonderful Australian dish. I was going to have a little thing wrote up about it, about how they came to existence, but basically it was an accident. I think there was a bunch of leftover sponge cake. Once upon a time, some dropped in some chocolate dip or some icing, and then I think there was some coconut shavings on the thing, and they actually rolled it, and then someone ate it and then went, hey, we should make this into a dish. The first ones were just basically cubes, and then you can make any other shape that you want now. So this is an unfilled sponge on board. So that's the ingredients we need. We need sponge, you need desiccated coconut, and you need some sort of chocolate, and that's what I've got here. I've got Milo to make my chocolate. Okay, so we got that. We've got some chocolate sauce ready to go. Oh, we're going to make that. So the fingers are going to go onto here. You can see everything, can't you? It's decent enough. Could pan that down a little bit more, but that's good. Fingers will make... Oh gosh, this sponge smells so sugary. But anyway, that's what we want to do. We'll do it like that. We'll make one row of these. This is going to be pretty messy, and I don't want to take up the whole morning making these. Okay, put them there, put them there, put them there. Okay, that sponge can go there. Am I going to eat it on stream? I've got to let them set, so maybe. We need the Milo open. This stuff is powdered gold. Oh my god. Now I've got no idea how to make it. I've never actually made Lamingtons from scratch, so that's why I'm making them like this, but I'll put in heaps of Milo. We might even melt a little bit of butter in there with the water, and maybe a little bit of milk. Do you know what fairy bread is? Have I told you about fairy bread? So I'll put a little bit of butter in there, margarine or yeah, that's butter. And just a tad bit of milk, not too much. So we need more of the hot water to melt it. The only time I told you about Lamingtons was when we were talking about that American Australian bakery. A little bit of hot water to start. A little mix. It's going to be nice and thick. It's sort of got to just be like chocolate icing in a sense, but not too much. You want a little bit runnier. Oh dear lord. Let's have a look at the sludge. Nice. Interesting. Just chocolatey goodness. Of course the butter thickens it up a little bit, and I suppose you want it to be a little bit warm when you're dipping it in. So I'll put that there because I haven't got the most important thing ready, is the coconut. I'm going to have a little dipping tray ready. Yes, this big's it. Okay, nice powdery coconut, desiccated coconut there. As you can tell, this is the reason why it gets very freaking messy. That's why it's good to have a station. Alrighty, we're about to make them, and they're going to go straight back on here, and then they've got to set basically, so we'll see how we go. No, I haven't been practicing. Far from. I'll put that over there, that over here, make a little stack. Like, cool, knives out of the way. Okay, a little bit more mixing. Just a little tad hot water. Get it warm a bit. Again. Now the other thing you can do with these is, which I was going to do, but I think it's going to be too tricky now. You can put like jam or some sort of spread or some sort of, you know, something sweet in the middle of it, even Nutella. Put that in the middle of it, and then you do this process. But that's not the traditional one, so I didn't want to make that one today. But jam Lamingtons, jam and cream Lamingtons. People make whole cakes out of this, like they dip the entire sponge. Okay, we are good to go. Making Lamingtons, making bacon Lamingtons. Okay, here we go, we're doing it. Dip, roll, place, dip, roll, place. Okay, dip. Oh, little chocolate Lamington finger. Let's give it a spread. Don't have to be completely accurately looking, picture perfect. Otherwise, it's not really. Oh, magic! Oh, isn't that pretty? I don't think there's anything wrong with doing a double coating if you want to do a double roll, but I don't think it's necessary. A very simple treat. Not something to be served warm at all. It's definitely a room temperature treat or served cool. But there you go. Best thing is that chocolate sauce or chocolate icing or whatever, it soaks into the sponge in there a little bit, so the outer rim gets, when you bite into it, it's freaking awesome. Looks good. Yeah, they look alright. Look better when I bring that up to the screen, probably. None of this is going to go to waste. I will eat all of these. Let's show you what these look like up close. Alrighty. That is... well, it's a Lamington finger. That's what they are. They're little ones. Little short stubby ones. So they are pretty damn good. You've seen it before. But yeah, I didn't have the sound last time. That's what I was just worried about. I've got very, very low latency between here and the computer room. It's only 15 metres away, but... okay. We are done. That's all my Lamingtons. Okay, I'll chuck this away. Let's place these on the plate. Have another look. It's honestly something kids could make themselves too. But like, you know, it's fun as an adult to have that sort of treat. But there you go, there's a plate of Lamingtons. Yeah, that's better. Lamington fingers. So I'll let them set. Don't wobble off. Yeah, put them in the fridge for just a couple of minutes. Hey, Dan, how you going? We're making some Australian morning tea treats. That's what we're going to call them. Morning tea treats. Thank you, appreciate popping in. Fucking too many jump scares in that game you were playing yesterday, bro. It was cool though. It's like every 30 seconds there was someone screaming at you. Oh, you know about fairy bread. Cool. Well, the most important thing is, I don't know if you Americans, you used to call it something else over there, don't you? You used to call it sprinkles or something, but there's something different between sprinkles and actually hundreds and thousands. Now, hundreds and thousands are the little spherical candies, little tiny, little coloured balls, and the sprinkles are little strands. So if you use the strands, you're going against it. And the other thing is that it's got to be white bread. If you use multigrain or wholemeal, I don't know, it's just not palatable. So you call it sprinkles, yeah. So yeah, as long as they're the round ones, that's the most important thing. Okay, doesn't have to be too much, just a light coating. I should be putting this on display too. Oh, what do you know? You got the old Vegemite there, just in case. Vegemite and sprinkles. There we go, we got a new combo. Had to Google 100. Yeah, because it's just a stupid, I don't know, it's only an Australian term. I thought they had it in the UK as well, but Americans definitely don't use hundreds and thousands. It's just like one of those named inventions of the English language, and you're wondering to yourself, someone really didn't put much thought into that, did they? It's like sleep, you know? Oh, what's that in my eye? Oh, just a bit of grit. I'll just call that sleep. Yeah, we've already got a freaking meaning for the word sleep. Explain Vegemite to you. I can explain it to you right here. It is a yeast extract spread. That's what it is, and it basically looks like black tar. What's it taste like in the end? It really just tastes like a really concentrated salty stock. And have I even opened this jar? This jar wasn't even open. So if I just try and smear a bit out with my, I'll show you how thick it is. Okay, this is pretty solid. Okay, we'll go over here, yeah. Okay, a little bit of force. Let's get it going. There we go. Ugh. So yeah, you can imagine that's just like blue tack. It's like an adhesive you'd use in the garage or something to lubricate a U-Haul truck. But yeah, so that's why you don't need very much at all. Once it hits the toast or something, and I suppose you can eat it cold. It is nice cold as well, I'm saying this, but yeah. So basically, fairy bread is just white bread smeared with butter, sprinkled with hundreds and thousands. But then there's another thing I need to show you at the end, which makes it the ultimate. You don't want it everywhere on the bread. You want to be able to taste a little bit of butter on the tongue. Okay, that's enough. That's cool. That's cool. Now, the most important step with fairy bread, I'll just cut them down a little bit, is the cut that you make when you're presenting. Whether it be for kids, for adults, for anyone. Doesn't matter if it has to be square bread too, when I say, well, it's as square as bread are going to be. But it has to be a diagonal triangle cut. This is just so important. Because if you don't do that, the whole experience is ruined, because the way you bite into it when you first start, oh gosh. That's why I'm having trouble getting through one slice of bread. I'm treating this like a filet mignon. That's the way you do it. You put it on the plate like that. So, alright, let's bring this up. Diggs Dan's already seen what it looks like. He's made his own, but yeah. Fairy bread. And there's people who make versions of this into other things like cakes as well. You can have a fairy bread cake, which is basically just, you can imagine a vanilla icing cake smeared in hundreds and thousands. So that's basically it. We've done the two. Here we go. Let's get my cooking hands on. Don't drop everything, Struth. There we go. We got Lamingtons and fairy bread, and now it's the taste testing, I guess. You have to eat it like this and sort of do like a it's like a reverse pizza slice in a sense. You sort of fold it up like this and get that first bite in as much as you can with all those sprinkles. Okay, here we go. It's like a freaking childhood memory thing coming back now. This is always, you know, birthday parties and stuff. It's such an easy thing to make. You can get, like I said, if you got kids, and like you said, you've made it with your kids too. Such a simple thing to make, but yeah, God, it's like a little delicacy. Okay, Lamington finger, here we go, down the hole. I'm not too sure if many people actually make their Lamingtons with Milo, so that might be a new thing. Or maybe it's been done before, so yeah. You hungry? Oh, I got some Lamingtons here for you, bro. Alright, that's okay. I'll take the bite and then I'll show you the inside and see how much the chocolate sauce is soaked in. That's like a Mars bar. That is like literally perfect. Actually, the chocolate Milo Has a slightly different taste to probably the cocoa powder that you would normally use when you're making them the proper way. So, winning. We're good. That's about it for the kitchen and the cooking with Stru. But yeah. No, I'm proud of that. I'll finish this one. Something very simple that you can make yourselves, I can definitely say. So if you ever do, let me know. We're finished out here. I'll head back to the setup and then I'll turn this camera off out here. Alright. Now, the other thing to say. Let's see what Dan did. Oh, Dan, you subscribed. Bro, seriously? Thank you. I did miss that. Why the fuck didn't my stream manager at least tell me that? Thank you so much. You didn't have to do that. I really just appreciate them. Yeah, the using the channel points and stuff. No. Okay, I have music in the background. Cooking music, don't I? Okay, enough of that. Thank you, cooking music. Or was it a Heineken ad?